Hello everyone, Jason Leia back here again, and today we're going to be reviewing HELLUVA Boss Episode 5, The Harvest Moon Festival. In this episode, the IMP gang, Blitzo, Moxie, and Luna, everybody goes to Millie's farm to go celebrate the Harvest Moon Festival, in which Stolas is going to be hosting, and so he invited them over. And they meet a cowboy who's hired by their family to take part in it. And he's like a badass. He starts getting along with Blitz and really has no care for Moxie, in which the story is more centered around this time. But what I also love about this episode, while it does center around Moxie's story more than the other characters, they still actually give time to flesh out both Millie and her family relationship and how that basically correlates with Moxie's story, and also Blitz and his struggles of trying to be looked at as someone who can actually be respectful due to his profession, and he is trying to gain some sort of recognition. And that actually kind of ties in very well with Moxie's story with this cowboy character in which was introduced. I can't remember the name immediately, but he was very, very interesting and really entertaining to watch. The entire episode was also probably the funniest, though it is not as outrageous as some of the other episodes in terms of the bloody violence and grotesque humor. It takes more of a step back to look at the characters this time, and while there is a lot of raunchy jokes, a lot of crude dark humor here, it actually fits very well into the story, more so than with the other episodes. And what I also love about this episode, and you probably heard me talk about this in my reaction, is that the show now seems to start going into a direction where it actually is going to have a storyline progress with each episode as a continuation of what has come before. There are going to be consequences happening, rather with the other episodes. They just feel like cool filler adventures, but I feel like that was the purpose, for us to get used to the world and characters that the IMP are going to meet. And now here, this is going to be the final kind of filler, but this is where it starts to turn to a continuous series. Sort of like how Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the show from Disney XD, I believe, had in its first season separate episodes being separate filler episodes to focus on the episodes. The characters. And the rest of the series is a continuous story. And that's what I feel like is going to happen here. And I love it for that. This was a great episode. Really funny. The story was actually interesting. The most interesting story out of all of them, in my opinion. And that just made this episode for me my favorite out of the bunch. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Do you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time.